Hey everyone, I'm Stan, I'm 17, and I'm doing a week's worth of work experience here at the Social Element headquarters in London. I've even got the merch to prove it, so there you go. I thought I'd use now as an opportunity to take the Social Element Instagram page and sort of breathe a bit of life into it by documenting my experience here across the week. Today's actually my second day working here. Yesterday, Monday, was quite a lot of information. There's quite a lot of things to take on board and absorb, so I didn't quite find the time to make this video, but here's my first video entry on the Tuesday. So I might as well describe what happened yesterday. Firstly, I got here and I met everyone. Not everyone who works here is working here right now. There's a few people, like 5 or so people walk in and out of the office to do their job. But so far, they're some of the loveliest people I could have asked to work with. They're really welcoming, especially in the light of a new working environment for me and a lot of things to learn. They haven't made it overwhelming at all. It's been really nice to work with all of them. After writing down a few of my sort of tasks and just getting used to having a new way of planning using a diary rather than just my phone, Tamara organised me and Kelly a sort of video call on Skype because she works over in New York for the Social Element, and we discussed potential ideas for me to just fill my time so that I have like a project to work through and have something in the end to show people. So firstly, the first idea we came up with was these video projects in the form of, Instagram stories or whatever. Every day I'll make one of these to just document my process and describe my work week to show how I'm getting on researching. Secondly, I mentioned to Kelly my interest in the connection between social media and mental health. I talked about the fact that I kind of disagree with the notion that social media is a young person's platform and that young people's mental health is at risk because they use social media all the time and compare themselves. They compare themselves to the best lives of other people, and it gives them anxiety and depression and things. It's not the fact that they're getting mental health issues that I disagree with. I totally agree with the dangers of social media in that regard. But I mean, I feel like the older people that also suffer mental health issues as a result of social media are being a bit neglected. Often when social media and mental health are put in the same conversation, it's sort of directed at young people as if they're the only ones that have the potential to be at risk through social media and through comparing themselves and feeling a bit depressed about it. So that area had sort of potential for me to research this week, just the mental health of people who wouldn't be considered the youth but who still use social media. The second thing that I talked to Kelly about, I was interested in the connection between, well, not the connection between, but the sort of use of memes in brand marketing. So memes are a very exclusive, particular type of comedy, often in picture or video format, and they're shared quickly and en masse on social media. They are a young person's type of comedy, although it's not exclusive just to young people. All sorts of people use them. But they're hard to get in on. They're very fast-paced type of comedy, and you have to be present in the making of these memes and these jokes to actually understand them because they're in jokes. And if you're a brand on social media wanting to use social media to expand or to just solidify your presence online, it would make sense that you're going to want to jump on this meme bandwagon. It's a brilliant marketing opportunity. And if you do make a good meme and it hits and people find it funny, especially your consumers, then you're temporarily accepted by the community that you're trying to target, and it'll work quite well. But if you make a bad one that either misses the joke or just isn't funny, then you seem out of touch with the people that you're trying to market to. And again, this had potential for me to research. I'd like to know firstly the potential for that type of marketing, but also its detrimental effects when done wrong. But yeah, more thought was required as to whether or not I would go into writing an essay or an article or a blog post or something about those two things. So after the call, Kelly had given me a bunch of people to talk to within the company, and I went back and wrote down all their names and email addresses and things. And another woman called Kate, who worked in London, came to me and asked if I could do research for her on the psychology of trolling concerning just bullying online and why people do it, and not just particularly how it affects brands, but how it affects individuals, and quite possibly take that idea and aim it at how brands might be affected by bullying as well online, or just trolling in general. It caught my interest because quite a lot of the, as a science student, of the few essays that I do, most of them are on psychology. It interests me quite a lot. So this morning, Tuesday, I talked to Tamara face to face and just asked, okay, I've got a few things here lined up I could potentially do. What would you think? Which one do I prioritize? And then she just said, just do what you find most interesting, which is, to me, the psychology thing. So for this week, I'm going to prioritize doing that research for Kate on the psychology of trolling, and I'll hopefully get quite deep into it, because I tend to, when psychology is the topic of research, I enjoy it quite a lot. And in the meantime, I'll just document my process to see how I'm getting on. If I manage to finish earlier than I thought I would, then I might hop on to those other research topics like brands and memes and social media and the detrimental effect it has on people. But for now, thanks for watching my first video entry. See you tomorrow.